my name is Jan, and I think Vancouver is very fashionable.
In Canada, which do you think is a fashionable city?
Vancouver.
Vancouver is the most fashionable city in
Vancouver
Canada?
is the most fashionable city.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which part of Vancouver? Is
Vancouver, Metro Vancouver.
also Vancouver?
Yeah.
What's the current fashion now?
Which
for
one?
men? What is the current fashion for men?
For men.
Men.
Oh. Well, active wear is very big right now.
Active wear, okay.
Yeah.
And for the ladies?
It's called athleisure. It's a mixture of minimalistic styles, but at the same time inspired by active wear. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think boots are a part of the fashion?
Sorry?
Boots and shoes are a part of the fashion? Footwear?
Oh, shoes. Absolutely. Yeah. Anything comfortable is fashionable.
Do you think Canada is a fashionable country?
I do think Canada is a fashionable country. I think it's very universal and very multicultural. So many different races, and they all have very different types of fashion. So yes, I definitely do think it's very fashionable.
And Canada is a country where there is warmth on one side and absolutely cold and chilly on the other side.
Yes.
So do you think this is making fashion a little difficult?
Making fashion a little bit difficult? I don't think so, because there's so many, for example, when it's cold, there's so many different types of fashion. For example, big winter jackets and different types of brands, and every different brand has their own style. So everyone gets to choose what they like, what's comfortable, what's warm. When it's winter time, and then during summertime, we have tank tops, you have shorts, you have just so many variety of different clothes. Yes.
What about the fashion accessories like glasses, shoes, purses, and
Glasses,
so on?
shoes, again, so many different brands, and they do their own unique style, and so everyone has their own choices. So they have so many different choices. Yeah.
So have you bought any fashionable clothes recently?
Recently, no, I have not, because I own so many over the years that I like to save money. For me, I like to save money. So, and I try to reuse all my older clothes. But if I do have the money, then yes, absolutely, I would definitely go buy something that I would like. Something comfortable. I like comfortable clothes, loose clothes. And and for summertime, I like dresses as well. I love wearing dresses.
What would you say about Vancouver City?
Vancouver City is a beautiful city. I am so lucky to be born and raised here. You are surrounded by mountains, surrounded by so many friendly people, and it's just a beautiful city. I would recommend anyone to come live here.
Thank you.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you. Hi.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
I'm Gloria.
Oh, wonderful. Ryan, what do you think about the fashion here in Vancouver?
The fashion in Vancouver is it's different. Vancouver is just a super multicultural place, and all the fashion you could think of around Vancouver it really just revolves around the city. Everybody's looks just amazing, and it's just a fun time to be in Vancouver, checking out what people like to think about their fashion.
Where are you from?
I'm from Langley, BC.
Langley, BC.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think it's really unique, and I really like how they put all the cultures into their clothes and all that.
Where did you go to school?
I go to school out in Aldergrove.
Aldergrove.
Yeah.
Do you think people of Vancouver are the most fashionable people in Canada?
I think they're up there, but I feel like some people have the lead. Just like more different styles and creativity.
What do you think about Vancouver's fashion?
I think Vancouver and Toronto is definitely just right there neck and neck. Toronto is similar to Vancouver on the multicultural side of things, and there's so much to do in Toronto, so much to do in Vancouver, and it just really comes together as one nice big culture with fashion.
Do you think Toronto is more fashionable or more fashionable than Vancouver, or do you think Montreal is really fashionable?
Montreal is very fashionable because of their French culture too. Vancouver doesn't really have just a big French culture like Montreal does, and then I'm not too sure about Toronto's really cultural side of things, but Montreal definitely has some cool things.
Do you think fashion has something to do with French?
Yeah, in some ways, but I think in Vancouver it's not so much French-based. It's more, I guess, kind of just like the people and how it kind of evolves and depends who comes and goes.
But I'm also
I know.
interested in
Go on, what do you think is fashion in Vancouver?
Trench coats, sweaters, rain jackets, and umbrellas.
That's all.
That's all. Literally everything.
Do you think these guys are fashionable in Vancouver, or other cities are much
Everyone
more
is
fashionable?
fashionable, but I'm the most fashionable. As you can see.
You're more fashionable here. But this is kind of casual, right?
No, this is my very high fashion clothes.
Very high fashion clothes. Wonderful, wonderful. Ma'am, what's your name?
Sharon Kirkbride.
Ma'am, do you live in Vancouver?
I do.
Do you take pride in your city?
I do.
Do you think Vancouver is a fashionable city?
Yes, I do.
How would you say that? Just about 5 minutes ago, I met an elderly man who said Vancouver is very dull, not fashionable, and Montreal is much more fashionable. How would you defend your city?
I would say that it's a East Coast versus West Coast style. We have a more laid-back, casual style, and yet very fashionable.
Okay, would you compare it to Paris?
Yeah, I would say that the styles that people wear here are comparable in a different way, but still up to date in the latest trends.
About a week ago, I met a lady from München, Germany, and she says Vancouver is very drab and dull and not fashionable at all compared to Germany.
Wow. Then I'd say she was looking in the wrong places. I think Vancouver is fashionable.
I think that's a very smart answer. I've been living in Surrey for the last 1 month, and I see everybody was wearing black and black. Black uppers and black lowers, everything was black, and how can I call it fashionable?
Well, if you look back in history, if you look at the designers, they'll all say black is a sophisticated color. It makes you look put together. New York always has, their closets are black and white. So I say
So
black's
black is
okay.
great.
Black is great.
And do you think Vancouver is more fashionable than Surrey and other places? Burnaby, Surrey?
Yes, only because it's a cosmopolitan city versus the suburbs.
Where do you live, ma'am? So, do you think Vancouver is a fashionable city?
I think it's a very casual city, so I wouldn't say the most fashionable, but definitely more of an informal, relaxed feel.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Michael.
Where do you live?
I live in East Vancouver on Commercial Drive.
That's good. And which city in Canada do you think is more fashion conscious and more fashionable?
Based on my experience, I'd say Montreal is the top, and maybe Toronto second, and Vancouver is third.
What drives Montreal in that direction, in the direction of
Maybe
fashion?
the kind of European vibe you get there that would influence their fashion sense.
And why is Vancouver so casual about it?
I think it's our weather, our climate, where we're based. You know, we're on the water, next to the mountains, and people have that athletic, casual feel to their lifestyle.
Or is it because you're next door to USA?
I wouldn't say that has any influence,
No.
because every Canadian city is right next door to the USA, so that's not a good reason.
Thank you.
Not a problem.